Hi, my name is Mollee Snapps, and my informative presentation is about the effects caffeine can have on our brain and our body. So imagine starting your day without your usual coffee or energy drink. You're going to start to become irritable and unfocused. However, when that first sip of caffeine hits, you're going to become energized and alert. It's like magic. Whether it's coffee, energy drinks, or pop, most of us rely on caffeine to help us stay focused and awake. But do we really consider what it's doing to our brain and our body? No. Researchers such as neuroscientists or health experts actually reveal both the benefits and downsides of caffeine consumption. Caffeine has a significant effect on the brain and body, influencing energy levels, cognitive function, and even long-term health effects. Therefore, today I wanted to inform you of 3 main points about how caffeine affects the body and the mind. The first point I wanted to make is how caffeine affects the brain and enhances alertness. The second point I wanted to make is the physical effects of caffeine on the body. And the third point is the potential risks and benefits of regular caffeine consumption. Okay, so let's start with the brain. The reason caffeine wakes us up is because it blocks a chemical called adenosine. Normally, adenosine builds up throughout the day, making us feel tired. However, when you drink caffeine, it steps in and blocks it, tricking our mind into thinking we're not tired. That's why after drinking a cup of coffee or an energy drink, you're going to feel awake and ready to go. Caffeine will also increase dopamine production, known as a feel-good chemical. That's released when we do something fun or enjoyable, such as listening to your favorite music or eating your favorite foods. That is why our mood can improve and you can concentrate better sometimes with the caffeine. And if you think about it, most of us actually rely on caffeine if you're having an exam the next day or if you know you're going to have a long day the next day. That's because we know it as a temporary boost for focus and productivity. So most students and professionals will actually use it as their go-to drink for that day. However, caffeine doesn't just stop by waking up just our brain. It also is known to give our body a boost. When we consume caffeine, our nervous system kicks into high gear, our heart rate is going to speed up, and our blood pressure is going to rise slightly. This is why after drinking caffeine, some people get jittery or might feel more anxious than usual. Caffeine is also a diuretic, which means it's going to make you lose water faster. If you notice yourself having to go to the bathroom more than normal when you consume caffeine, that's because caffeine tells your kidneys to get rid of any extra fluid, and if you aren't careful enough, you're going to become dehydrated. This is why experts suggest drinking water along with caffeine. Then there's digestion. Caffeine stimulates the stomach, which is why people can experience an acid reflux or an upset stomach after consuming too much. And the body reacts this way because it's telling you that you've had too much caffeine. The good news is that caffeine isn't all bad. Studies have shown that moderate caffeine consumption can actually have some long-term benefits. It is also linked to a lower risk of neurodiseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease. So in small amounts, caffeine might actually help your brain as we age. But of course, too much caffeine can lead to a dependency, meaning our body starts needing it to function normally. It's like a drug. It can cause you to go through withdrawals. The harder we rely on it, it becomes harder to go without. Caffeine can also increase anxiety in some people, making them feel restless or even causing their heart to race, as well as drinking caffeine too late can interfere with your sleep. Caffeine plays a powerful role in our daily lives, affecting both brain and physical health. It keeps us alert by blocking adenosine and boosting dopamine, improving focus and mood. It affects our heart rate, hydration, and digestions, sometimes leading to jitters and discomfort. While moderate use has benefits, excessive caffeine can lead to dependencies or withdrawals or sleep problems. Instead of drinking caffeine on autopilot, start paying attention to how it actually affects you. Maybe try cutting back on the extra cup of coffee or swapping it out for a decaf option in the afternoon. At the end of the day, Coffee isn't good or bad. It all comes down to how we use it. So next time you reach for a cup of coffee, think about whether you really need it or if your body just thinks you do. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Again, my name is Mollee Snapps, and my informative presentation was about the effects caffeine can have on the body and mind.